Okay. Hello, dear fellows and most welcome friends. I'm today's target speaker, and my name is April Yan, and the title of my speech is Pearl, the story of life. Pearl, the story of life.
Water.
Sorry, because I got a sore throat. A month ago, someone asked me, "Hey, April, how do you learn English? How can a native Taiwanese speak, behave, and act like a native American speaker?" That is a very profound question for me, because learning English itself is not a hard job, but to use English properly is damn hard. Since childhood, my mom had a big dream. She wanted to make her little girl become an excellent English speaker. So in my childhood, I undertook so many various ways to improve my English, from going to bilingual kindergartens, listening to English classic songs, watching English movies, etc. However, most of this didn't work out finally. They are no more than recreations. When I was 5, my mother offered me a serial instructional manual. It talked about the hottest English learning issue on that time. It is called memorizing with homonyms. What does that mean? That means when coming across with a word or a phrase, you have to pronounce it loudly, and you could remember when you when you strictly think something, that you could put it in a framework out of your imaginations, then adding the original words into the framework, then it could be created as the small stories for you to remember. For example, if I wanted to remember apple, because it sounds like apple in Chinese, so I will logically link to the plot in the cartoon Snow White. Remember? The evil queen dressed up herself in granny look, trying to poison her stepdaughter. Proof likewise. You could remember kites with a girl named Kate, or Batman trying to combat bad eggs. At first, I found it so appealing because we can dream while we can think while, and there's no limits that prevent us from doing so. However, things got a little bit out of my control. One day, I was assigned to meet a new friend. It is called business. And I opened the book, and the instruction manual said that I should remember it with beginnings. Wait a minute. Business and beginnings? That's weird, especially for a 5-year-old girl, where they have nothing in common. They're just like chalk and cheese. From their functions, their color, or people might use it. Nothing in common. For me, it's so hard to feel the connection between these two words. I talked to my teacher and my tutor for help. To my disappointment, they replied me with a disappointing answer. Like it or lump it? When I take a look at the quizzes will be conducted on next Friday, I knew the storm was on the corner. Afterwards, when business showed beginners high. When beginners came into my assignments, business rests long. They're just like long family rivals, never come hand in hand. My tutor regarded it as a very weird question or problem, for it's the only mistake that I made at 5. The mistake repeated for over 12 times. She made me do many ways to combine 2 things together, ranging from writing, making sentences about them, or composing a drama with 2 leading characters named Business and Beginners, but all negative. Meanwhile, I got the nameless syndrome. Whenever I wanted to express phrases with business, my brain will spontaneously translate business into beginners, literally or verbally. And my mom knew about this. She came to me and we got a woman talk. However, the talking turned into a fierce quarrel. Then the fierce quarrel became a hilarious joke because there's a turning point. I wanted to tell my mother that I stay away from my studying. I yelled it at her face. None of your business! At that moment, my mom stared at me for a while. As soon as she found what happened, she burst out laughing with continuous clapping and tapping as she's gone crazy. The things got out of my expectation afterward, for it spread it to my tutor's ears, it spread it to my neighbors, it spread it to my classmates, and even the whole campus. At that time, I became a famous star because I have so many friends or strangers that rush in to my presence and say, "Here she is, none of your business." Well, I have to say that it is a bit weird because I have never thought about being a celebrity like this way. And I was confused and disoriented a bit. How come my phrasal failure become the informal anniversary in my neighborhood? No one ever cared about my syndrome at that time. Years have passed. The syndrome got blown away already, but the concern rests still down to here. Like the grain of sand breaking into a clamshell, the original peaceful life of the little clam got upside down. The clam has to endure the pain and scrape naked to rub it up time after time. When I found this story, I couldn't help but amaze at the simplicity of the answer. I am that clam. I am that clam. We had made mistakes, and the mistake was so huge and so famous and irreversible. What can I do? But with the inspiration of the story, it told me that I have to carry on. We need to admit it. We need to accept it. We need to get along with it. And we could transcend it. It's the best way to conquer the mistake. It is the best way for ourselves to win back. Now, I thought to my mind, if I had never misspoken business as beginners, how come this little girl made up her mind to learn English with full concentration? Would this girl ever find herself interested in English speaking? No, I don't think so. will she ever discover the beauty and the philosophy that lies behind these beautiful words? No, she won't. For me, life is just like a one-way boulevard with unexpected upturns or stumbles. It is impossible to free from them. No use to free for what have gone past. We should stand up from where we failed. Just take the lesson and be on our way. The pen evaporated sooner or later, but the process to get along with the mistakes will ever last is the most remarkable achievements that we could have in our lives. We did something big. Yes, we did. Embrace the pen. Embrace the life. Regard the obstacles as opportunities. It opens to an amazing window. Pearl is the essence of pain. You can find the true color of yourself. Yourself awaits to be seen by your friends and yourself. It's the lesson I learned from the little pearl. Now it's time for you to ask yourselves. Come to share.